Hello and welcome to the ImageLock tutorial video. This revolutionary procedure completely eliminates the need for A-beam pools for safety covers. This video will allow you to measure any pool out there in 10 to 15 minutes. Let's begin. Chances are you already have the tools required for this process. You will need a digital camera with a minimum of 10 megapixels, 3 standard self-locking measuring tapes, a step ladder for elevated camera shots, 6 blocks of wood labeled 1 through 6. All blocks should be white in color with the ends painted a contrasting color. Lastly, you will need 60 bright colored cones for locating any existing anchors. Brightly colored drinking cups may also be used in the place of cones. ImageLock kits excluding the step ladder are available from Looplock for your convenience. Start by clearing the immediate space around the swimming pool. This will ensure that nothing is blocking crucial views of the pool line. This includes the removal of any lightweight patio furniture, swimming pool toys, garden hoses, umbrellas, removable safety fence, as well as any potted plants. Thankfully, all diving boards, rails, and ladders can be left in place. Simply note on the ImageLock measure form if the obstruction is removable or not for design purposes. Remember to turn off all water features. Running water can block the view of the pool's perimeter. Lastly, any overhanging landscape should be tied up or trimmed to expose pool's edge. Think simple. If a movable item will obstruct the view of the swimming pool, then it should be removed. A scale is a visual unit of measure that Looplock uses to determine size from each photo. Scales should always be placed close to the pool's edge as shown. This will ensure all photos taken will include the scales in each photo. All scales should measure 10 feet from inside corner to inside corner. Tape measures should always be placed flush with the block ends closest to the pool. Do not place the measuring tapes at the middle of blocks. This will result in inaccurate distances. Remember to extend the tape body an additional 2 feet beyond the end block to allow unobstructed views of the block corners. The accurate placement of scales is essential for proper sizing of pools. A minimum of 3 scales will be required for each job site. All scales should be evenly spaced around the perimeter close to the pool's edge. Scales can be placed in a variety of positions to suit each unique pool. As you can see, there are countless options of proper scale placement. All options seen will work perfect. Avoid setting up any scales near any raised structures. Unfortunately, this would cause blocks to be hidden in some photos. If there are windy conditions, weigh down the tape measures with the brick to eliminate movement. One last rule to follow is the maximum number of scales that can be parallel is 2. That's right, we can do replacement covers as well. If existing anchors are on site, simply put a bright colored cone on each anchor. Not only can ImageLock get the pool size and shape, but we can also locate any existing anchor locations. No more picking up old dirty covers or removing springs. ImageLock can even be done with the cover still on the pool. Simply leave the cover on and follow the same instructions. How easy is that? Need modifications? No problem. Just mark the pool's perimeter on top of the cover with chalk so we can alter accordingly. If raised wall or up and over treatments are required, the cover must be removed for all features to be visible. First, confirm the camera lens is set to the widest angle position prior to taking any photos. This will allow the maximum area to be captured in each photo. Verify camera is set up to take high-resolution photos in camera settings. Image size must be set to the largest size available. Always choose the option with the highest number of pixels. Turn off the date stamp in settings to avoid blocking any important details. Turn off any image stabilization or vibration reduction features. You are now ready to take photos. Start by taking a picture from above, looking down towards the inside corner of each block. Most importantly, never zoom into any photos. These photos confirm the true scale length. This will allow Loopblock to see any errors in the scale setup and make any necessary adjustments. Continue until photos of all 6 blocks have been taken. Loopblock cannot process jobs without these essential photos. Let's start by understanding what represents the perfect photo. The perfect photo will show the entire pool along with all scales while being as close to the pool as possible. Step back just enough so the entire perimeter can be seen in camera viewer. The use of the ladder allows you to stay closer to pool while also providing a higher elevation for better view. We can now start taking photos of the pool itself. After taking the first photo, continue around pool with the ladder, taking a photo every few steps. Use caution when walking around pool not to kick scales or cones. If a scale moves during the picture taking process, you will need to delete all photos and start from the beginning. Take advantage of elevated areas in backyard for perfect photos. ImageLock requires a minimum of 20 to 25 photos to be taken on each pool. In tight areas of backyards, you may find it impossible to take a picture of the entire pool. This will require a split shot. This is only done when completely necessary. Splitting the shot is a sequence of 2 photos in the same location. One shot to the left, one shot to the right. It is important when splitting to ensure the pool takes up as much of the photo as possible. ImageLock can now combine both photos to get necessary dimensions from this area. Remember, at no point in time will you ever need to zoom in. Zooming in will cause size discrepancy from photo to photo. In some instances, it can prove useful to angle the camera in order to fit the entire pool into frame. Notice this photo was taken with the camera being level. Unfortunately, some of the pool's perimeter is missing. From the same location, simply rotate the camera to fit the entire pool into frame. This small adjustment captures the entire perimeter. This is by and far the best tip for consistently taking perfect photos. Continue walking around the pool, taking photos with ladder until you return to the starting point. ImageLock requires photos taken from multiple elevations. Simply take approximately 6 photos from a standing elevation evenly around the pool without the use of a ladder. Lastly, it is important to take a few photos of any unique features around the pool that may require special attention when designing the cover. These will include rock features, waterfalls, grottos, and of course raised spas. Be sure to include a scale in the foreground in these types of photos. That's it, you're done taking your photos. Simply log into the Dealer Center at www.loopblock.com and follow the easy step-by-step instructions to upload your photos. Key notes to remember. Be sure to move obstacles that will block pool's perimeter. Always try to capture the entire pool and scales in each photo. Photos from low elevations and far distances are not useful. Cell phones and iPads cannot be used. You must use a digital camera. Try to get more of the pool itself rather than the surrounding pool area. Please do not replace blocks with objects such as pipes or rocks. Only use self-locking measuring tapes for scales. Flexible cloth tapes cannot be used for this process. Commercial pools differ slightly with ImageLock. They will require a total of 4 scales rather than 3. Secondly, each scale is set to 20 feet rather than 10 feet. Remember, use extreme caution when using high elevations not to damage property and avoid injuries. Follow these simple guidelines and Looplock will send you an accurate estimate. Image Lock. One picture is worth 1,000 measurements.